The truth about soulmates that you don't want to hear. Or maybe you do because you just clicked on the video. So maybe you're curious. What is a soulmate? By definition, they say that it's somebody that has the same temperament as you and that you love them and that you can share laughs and have common interests and that they're somebody that's on your mind. And then another definition even said that it's somebody that you partner up with in a romantic situation, and that partner never has a desire or need to be partnered with somebody else. Well, as we know in 2022, or whenever you're watching this, because we're constantly evolving, that's just not the case. Because if it was somebody that never partnered up with somebody else, how do you explain people in polyamorous relationships? They consider that person their soulmate. And if a soulmate is somebody with the exact same temperament, how do you describe people who are married who one person is shy and one person is very outgoing? One person's an introvert, one person's an extrovert. So they're not soulmates? You're not soulmates if you can't disagree on something? Now, granted, I'm single, so you might go, well, you have no credit at all. 56% of marriages end up in divorce. Why is a married person more knowledgeable than a single person on relationship? As long as you've been on the planet Earth, you've been in relationship with everything. I don't care if you've never even had a girlfriend, never had a boyfriend. You've been in relationship. You've been in relationship with the sky. You've been in relationship with your clothes. You've been in relationship with people that you work with or friends or colleagues. You might say, well, no, I don't even have any friends and I've never had a boyfriend. I've never had a girlfriend. You've still been in relationship. You can't escape it. It's like that movie Into the Wild. You can't escape relationship. If you don't know that movie, it's not a feel-good movie. It's a very good movie, but it's not going to probably leave you feeling super uplifted. Maybe it will. It didn't for me. Not at first. At first it was really depressing because this man was trying to escape relationship and then discovered he's in relationship with everything. He's in relationship with nature and animals and the bears and life. You can't escape it. So the thing about soulmates that you probably don't want to hear, and maybe especially from a single person that might have extra charge to it, like I have no validity, I need to have been divorced to know, but I've been in relationship. I could have been married and divorced. I've had serious long-term relationships, monogamous relationships with a spouse. I've almost been married. And I went down the rabbit hole on a lot of sites that hate women like me because they think if you are single at this age, then you turn down all these nice guys and you deserve the worst because you turned down all the nice guys in your 20s and 30s and now you're hitting a wall and your looks are declining and so you don't deserve anybody. Ooh, that's heavy. And that's some people's reality that they're living in. And if that's your reality that you're living in, I just ask you, how's that working out for you? Even if that statistically was like 99% of all the people are doomed forever if they haven't found somebody by this age. I don't know why I'm talking in that weird accent. It happens sometimes when I get passionate. That it's over. I would still choose to be in possibility. I would still choose to be in love because it feels better. So why not? No one can take that away from me. That's your superpower. That is your superpower that nobody, no situation, no person, place, or thing can dictate who you are or how you feel or how you want to experience the world. So the thing about soulmates that you don't want to hear is that nobody's your soulmate and everybody is your soulmate. What? Why? Why is she saying these things? Because how do you explain the 56% of marriages that end in divorce that probably had in their vows, many of them, you're my soulmate? Many people probably described that person when they were getting married as their soulmate. So the good news is that person is your soulmate. Even if you get divorced, even if you break up, even if the girl hurts you, even if the guy hurts you, even whatever. Anyone who brings you to grow and evolve is a soulmate. Sure, we can find people that have nice temperaments and we might want to spend our life with them. That's wonderful. A similar temperament, or at least our temperaments mesh and mash up. That's cool. Of course, pick that. That's awesome. But what happens when that person's opinions change? What happens when life gets messy? That person's no longer your soulmate? I don't think so. I think they still are your soulmate because they're here to teach you something. You're going to grow massively out of that divorce, out of that breakup. So it might not have gone exactly how you wished. It might not be the fairy tale thing. And you might be scared that you're going to be bashed by these hate groups that are like, you're single, you're a terrible person on the planet. But it still doesn't have to be your paradigm. So I know for a fact that I've had many soulmates. I know that I have soulmates. Friends can be your soulmates, especially if they challenge you to grow. So often we look at only the relationships that feel really loving, and that's wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful to have loving people in your life, of course. But if you're up to big things, you're going to notice that things shift, things move around, and even people that you really love and who really love you sometimes separate and go their own way. And that can be one of the most profound soulmates because it can teach you the most. So the thing that you might not want to know about soulmates is that no one's your soulmate. This idea of fixating on one person, that's an old paradigm. That's like 60s, 70s, and 80s codependent paradigm. A real soulmate is free. And that might mean that you get to join up and be together for a lifetime. And that's beautiful. I really commend the people who have found that. That is wonderful. If you're constantly growing and evolving together and really supporting each other and loving that relationship, that is wonderful. The 56% end in divorce. I'm not anti-marriage. I think it's wonderful. Have I said wonderful yet? I do. I think it's great. But if 56% end in divorce and then a lot of other married people are cheating and lying and yelling, is that soulmate still? Quite possibly, if it brings you to grow. So whatever is growing you is your soulmate. That the greatest soulmate is the like, blah, blah, yourself. Why did I just vomit weirdly? Because that's like the hippy dippy, like, just love yourself, right? And some people go, well, that's just for lonely people. But that's for everybody. If I'm married to somebody, I want them to love themselves. If they don't love themselves, they're not going to love me. And they're going to probably hate on me. Still going to be a soulmate because we're going to grow. Because I'm open to growing. So that's one reason why I'm still single, just because I'm open to growing. I'm not into settling. No, I didn't just turn down a bunch of nice guys. There were some really nice guys that maybe I could have ended up with, but we both evolved into other things. So everything isn't so black and white. This idea of this one twin flame or this one person, what happens when somebody dies? So then you'll never have another soulmate? So everyone is your soulmate, and nobody is your soulmate. That still means you could have one partner for the rest of your life if you choose that. And it could be the most wonderful, did I say wonderful 10 times in this video? It could be the most wonderful thing in the world. Or it could be really depleting and horrible. It all depends. So sometimes the soulmate encourages us to actually leave and not be together. And sometimes that's the most loving thing somebody could do for you. Sometimes that's the most loving thing you could do for somebody else, is to go, bye-bye. So if people are leaving your life, bye-bye, but in a really good way. Send them with love. Thank them for being your soulmate on this mission, on this part of the leg of your journey, and continue to evolve. So I know a lot of labels are coming at me like, oh, you you're terrible. In your 20s and 30s, you've bashed men, and that's why you're single and you deserve it. And that's okay. And that can be somebody else's paradigm. And I'm okay with that. Because even all those people playing in that paradigm are my soulmate. Because they're teaching me. They're teaching me a perspective that I was naive to. And now I'm open to it, and it's growing me. So even the people who hate me are my soulmates. Even the people who hate you are your soulmates. Because the true soulmate is you, as barfy as that is. And then if you get that long-term mate that's with you forever, if it's a friend, a family member, a spouse, that's beautiful. I didn't say wonderful again. But I just said it. Damn it. What can you do? Don't give up. Whatever paradigm you're in, don't give up. And if you're playing in a paradigm that doesn't feel good, whether it's in a relationship, a job, a situation, then ask yourself, is this working out for me? Does this feel like the highest and best for my soul's greatest yet becoming? And if not, then move along. A real partner, I think, will get that and continue with you, whether that's a friend, a family member, a romantic spouse, husband, wife, whatever. And if not, they're going to go their own way. So I send love to all of my soulmates. I send love to all of you. It's an abundant universe. Play in the paradigms that feel good to you, regardless of what other people are trying to put on you. And thank them, because they only strengthen you. Even the people that hate on you are your soulmates. Sending you so much love. See you next time.